guys, it's Housewife in Heels. So I have a very special unboxing for you guys today. The channel has hit 10,000 subscribers and I could not be happier about that. And I was so fortunate that one of my patrons over on Patreon sent me a message about a pair of amazing shoes that came up for sale on Poshmark. And when the opportunity arose to acquire them, I could not say no. So let's go ahead and get right into it, shall we? So, the shoes in question that we're talking about today are my first ever pair of Louboutin 130s. And before we ask, where's the Louboutin box? They didn't come in the Louboutin box. That's what happens when you buy a resale. You don't always get the box and the dust bags and things of that nature, but that's okay. They came in a very nice box, and what counts is inside, right? So these, if you could not tell by the title of the thumbnail, are the Allenissima 130. Now, aren't these absolutely breathtaking? Now, you see videos of these and you see pictures of them, but it doesn't do it justice. Seeing it in person, you could see just how extreme the shoes are, how almost cartoonish in a way. And I don't say that to diminish the attractiveness of the shoe, I say that to sort of illustrate just how incredibly steep these are. Like, it's almost unreal. You certainly don't see anything like this in any Neiman Marcus today. But I do know that if you do happen to want a pair of these, you're going to have to go to a Louboutin boutique or find some sort of Louboutin sales representative and special order them. And I would caution you, they're about $1,500 if you're looking to get a pair brand new, custom made, because you can only get these custom ordered for you. Unless you happen to find them on the resale market like I did. Let's go ahead and check out that other shoe. Absolutely incredible, right? Now, I'm used to shoes with staggering heights like the So-Kate and the 120, but seeing the 130, like, you almost kind of need to take a step back and go, oh my goodness. Just looking at it, you can't imagine how someone stands up, let alone walks in these. And this is coming from someone who wears So-Kates, the 120 millimeter, regularly. And you would think that like a 130, that's not terribly larger from a 120. But I have said this in my So-Kate videos, just a few millimeters makes a world of a difference when you're dealing with footwear, and these are no exception. The difference between wearing a So-Kate, which I can walk around freely in, I just did a video the other day where I wore them at the grocery store. These, no, I've kind of had my fun in them. I've played around in them. I've tried them on and walked in them around my house. These, I don't know if they will ever really see like the light of day outside of just doing content for you guys. I don't believe these could ever be realistically worn out unless you are the absolute, I don't know, queen of extreme footwear. I mean, it's extreme even coming from someone like me. So if you are someone who you might find yourself in the market for a pair of these, I would use extreme caution before forking out that kind of money, or even just, I believe, the $550 that was so generously spent for me on these, because $550 for a pair of shoes that you cannot realistically wear unless you are someone who wants to be a collector, who wants these extreme shoes and would be perfectly happy just having them sitting on your shelf, then just really keep in mind what you're purchasing. Now, if even after all that warning, you're still thinking, gee, I would really want a pair of these, but I don't know what size I would be, then I guess this is where I tell you how the sizing in these generally goes. Now, these surprised me. The listing for these said 35 and a half, and I know my size in a So-Kate is a 35 and a half. So I thought 35 and a half, I could make it work. since I have tried on slingbacks at Louboutin in the past, but they always wound up too big. So I thought maybe it'll work. I have to give these shoes a go. I just have to. I'll take the risk. Well, the shoes arrived, and let's see if I can find it. Here we go. Not sure if y'all can read that, but that says 36 and a half. So the seller must have made an error when listing them because these were a whole size up from what she said. But I got them and I thought, well, let's try them on. Let's just give them a go. I have to try them on. I cannot not try them on. So I tried them on, and turns out they fit like a glove. So I think I have a pretty good idea as to how these would size for most people. So if you have a narrow foot like myself, then you're probably going to want to go up a half size. If you're someone where, say, your true to size is a 36, like mine, then in a Louboutin sandal, you're probably going to want to go up a half so that way the shoe can accommodate the length of your foot and you're not worrying about cliffhangers or things like that. Your foot isn't falling out of the shoe on one end or the other. So go up a half size in these if you have a very narrow foot. I'm talking unusually narrow. If, say, in a Hot Chick 100 that's available at every Louboutin ever, and you've tried them on, then if your size, if you have to go down, let's say you're a 36 and you go down to a 35 and a half, then these, you're going to want to go up to a 36 and a half. I hope this is making sense. Now, if you have an average foot, at bare minimum, you're going to want to go up half size because these puppies, even though they have a very, very open toe box, and you think, well, there's hardly any leather really there holding the foot in, it's still a very, very narrow toe box. And yes, you can stretch it, you can break it in, but the breaking in process would probably be a bit much. Now, I'm going to attempt to break these in myself. I've already been kind of putzing around the house in them, but I'm going to see how these roll and then tell you guys my experience in them. But if you have an average foot, definitely you're going to want to go up a half size at least. And this is on if you are average to narrow leaning. Now, if you are average to wider leaning, you may need to go up a whole size in these. So really try on lots of Louboutin pumps. Think about it like this: Louboutin pumps or Louboutin sandals. Actually, just try on all of them. Try on all of them. And however your size goes, if you tend to have to go up in pumps and in sandals, then you're gonna want to go up a whole size. If you tend to stay around your true to size in a pump, but you have to go up in a sandal, then go up half a size. Now, if you're someone who has a wider foot and you have to go up, no matter what, then you're going to need to go up at least a whole size from, say, your true to size 36 to a 37, possibly even a 37 and a half, because these are still a very narrow shoe. So I hope that helps anyone who really, really wants to order these shoes, but they have no idea where to start because it's not like you can just go and try these on like normal. So I really, really, really hope that helps. And I am so excited to try these on for you. I've been messing around in them ever since I got them, but now, of course, I need to show you guys because I can't not show you, just like I couldn't not try them on. So please remember to subscribe to my Patreon. Really, Patreon is what made this video possible. Thank you so much to the person that purchased these for me. And I just am so grateful for what Patreon and what YouTube has really given me and my shoe collection over the past several years. But also, if you have not already, as I mentioned, I purchased these on Poshmark. I have a Poshmark closet of my own with hundreds of items that you can choose from. So please go ahead and check that out. If you make a purchase, I will be extra grateful for that. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into these shoes. And as always, I will see you guys in the next pair of shoes.